Who said that? Okay, so we are right outside. This is the old city. This we're here to look at that. This is walls of. This is one of the gates. You know, one of the 8 gates of Jaffa. One of the 8 gates to go inside. So we're gonna use the Jaffa gate. This is the old city in Jerusalem. We're gonna go inside in a bit. Oh, why I left the tour guide behind? Oh, look at that. So all the fightings between the Muslims and the Jews and all the fightings is all about this place right here. This place right here.
Jerusalem is in the center. When did you land? How many days ago?
Yesterday. Yeah.
Okay, so you landed in the airport over here, next to Lod, between Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. Half an hour drive from here, we're in the Dead Sea and the Judean River and everything.
Only
just
30 minutes?
30 minutes.
From here.
To cross the whole thing?
Yes. 30 minutes, you go through the mountain, Mount of Olives, and you're down in the Judean desert. Another 10-minute drive, your
Jordan
legs
Sea.
are in the Dead
In
Sea.
the sea.
Okay, that's how close and how narrow Israel is.
Yeah.
Now we're in the center in Jerusalem. Okay, now 1917, I'll open up the timeline later on, but 1917, December 1917, the British entered the city. They conquered the place from the Ottomans, and that means 800 years of Islam ruling the land, finished with the Christians coming from Europe, and they decided what's authentic. So for them, this tower that was built by the Ottoman Empire was too modern. So they broke it off. That was just above us. Okay, this is Jaffa Gate, and if I stand, maybe I'll stand just over here. This is the clock tower that was taken off by them. Wow. And these are the houses that were built on top of the wall. You can see the
Right.
So they wanted to keep everything authentic and bring modern days into Jerusalem. So the electricity, running water, first time the British. And cleaning up the walls of the city, British. The fact that you build all the houses in Jerusalem with limestone, what we call Jerusalem stone, the British mandate. And when they come over here, as I say, they conquer the place from the Ottomans. Now, people are already living outside. The walls. Who built the walls? The walls were built by this handsome guy 500 years ago, Suleiman the Magnificent. Suleiman the Magnificent ruled the empire for 36 years, amazing 36 years in the Ottoman Empire when they were really strong, and he builds the wall that we can see that are surrounding the old city. 4-kilometer walls.
So Suleiman the Great built these walls.
Since then, Jerusalem is this, what we're going to see in a moment. 1860, we have another handsome guy without a neck, 1970 shoulders, and this guy is already the Jewish guy called Montefiore, Moses Montefiore, a really rich guy who decided to build a neighborhood outside the city for the first time in history. And he builds a place, looks like this, with a windmill, 2 long buildings, called Mishkenot Sha'ananim. This is the first neighborhood in modern Jerusalem. It's just over there. Can you see between the trees the windmill over there?
Yes, over there. Yeah.
So that windmill today covered up with many other houses. In those days, we built 6 neighborhoods. Since then, up to today, 2025, Jerusalem became the biggest city in Israel, 1,050,000 people living over here, 40% in East Jerusalem, and you can basically cut it into 3 parts. A third of the population is Arab Muslim, a third of the population is secular, and a third of the population is ultra-Orthodox. So a very religious city with the different communities living in it, and that's the beginning of modern Jerusalem. Going back to the gate, and then we'll go in. This gate, I called it by its Hebrew name. Every gate in the whole city has 3 names: an English name, an Arabic name, and a Hebrew name. The Hebrew name connects to the Bible, Jaffa, the port where the gold and wood was brought to the first temple by King Solomon. This gate is connected to the main street you just ate there on a restaurant called Jaffa Street, connected to Jaffa. The main street in Jaffa is called Jerusalem Street, so we can see these 2 ancient cities connecting together. In Arabic, this gate is called after another ancient city of Hebron, where our forefathers are buried, including Abraham, that is called Khalil. So this gate is called Babel Khalil, the friend of God. And something very unique over here Right, the main sentence in Islam, correct me if I don't pronounce it correctly, La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. Over here, you'll see the sentence inside,
Yes,
La
in the
ilaha
walls.
illallah, Ibrahim Rasulullah. Very interesting change, but that's over here because the gate is called after Ibrahim, buried in Hebron. One of the main streets in Jerusalem is called Hebron Street, and that's Bethlehem Street. The English name for the gate is the Gate of King David. Why is that?
The tower.
This is the fortress that is called after King David. The mosque that we're seeing over there was built 300 years ago by the Ottomans as a place of prayer for the soldiers. The fortress itself was built by the Crusaders 900 years ago, and inside we found the original fortress from 2,000 years ago. What I'm trying to say is that King David never saw this. King David lived 3,000 years ago. This was just called after him. So facts and stories don't always go together in Jerusalem.
Right.
But still, the names of the gates, to see the different narratives, different ways to see all the city. King David's gate, Bab el-Khalil, and Jaffa. As we enter the gate, we'll look at the sentence up above, and we'll enter straight into the Armenian and Jewish quarter, half an hour over there, and then we'll start sending. We'll go to the church of the Holy Sepulchre. Any questions? They just broke it off. They took it off. That's all. It's good.
It broke it off alone, or
The British decided 2019.
British, they didn't want
Why
to know
did
what
they take
y'all
it off?
do.
Because they felt that the whole city is losing its authentic feeling. There's all the houses around and the business going around and it's everything. So for them, the clock was one thing. It's as if I'll take, I don't know, a big TV screen and I'll put it on the wall.
Gotcha.
It doesn't attach. So they decided, they came from Europe, they decided what's authentic. That's what I said. Europe.
Tell us what, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, say the old units and then it was like that. Wasn't really structured. Machne Hilda Market, if you saw it,
Yeah,
and
we
the rest
did.
of the streets, everything is the way of thinking of the British. The fact that all the valleys, including Gaben Hinnom, the Nintes, and the big valley next to the Parliament, is green, with grass and parks. That's another present that gave us.
Moses Montefiore built outside the migrated to United States.
No,
Moses Montefiore.
Moses Montefiore was born in Italy, lived in England, came 7 times to Israel and went to Damascus and to Egypt to try and help Jews those days. We're speaking about the 19th century. No state of Israel, so Jews were just neglected. And he built a few things. One of them is the neighborhood.
Because we have a picture of Moses Montefiore in the hospital named after him.
Yes, so he donated a lot of money to different places.
Donated a lot of
Probably it's the
money.
money donated to build the hospital.
The entire Western Wall was built by the Ottomans.
No, not the entire Western Wall. We're going to see it in a moment, but I'll show you already where we are. We made this map today. Help us. Just cut it out from a bigger map. That will be helpful. So
This is the old city.
we're standing here next to the citadel. This is Jaffa Gate. You can see the Temple Mountain. It's a fifth of the old city. You can see how big it is. Kubat Asacha, right, the Dome of the Rock, Al-Aqsa Mosque over here. And what's holding this area is 4 retaining walls that originally were built by King Herod 3,000 years ago. Now the lower part of the wall is original from those days. When you touch the wall, when you put a note in the wall, you're actually connecting to the wall that was here 2,000 years ago. This wall was destroyed when the temple was destroyed.
Right.
70 CE, Common Era, 2,000 years ago by the Romans. And they built their own shrine over here for their goddess, Jupiter. And later on, when Christianity come to the world, they neglect the mountain, showing that God has left the Israelites and has chosen another people. And they chose another mountain. And that mountain is somewhere over here. It's called the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Okay? That's what we're going to see, the Golgotha. Now, 1300 years ago, we have the Muslims, the Ummah is coming back we have the prophecy of Muhammad on the El-Burak horse coming to Al-Aqsa. And they rebuild the mountain. So the 2/3 of the western wall over here the upper two-thirds that were destroyed by the Romans were rebuilt by the Muslims. Another section was added by the Ottomans 500 years ago. So every place you'll see in Jerusalem is basically built layers on top of layers. Everyone comes, destroys the city, covers it up and builds his own part above it.
Yeah.
And as we go in, we'll see all these layers. So over here, also all this wall was built by Suleiman the Magnificent. But can you see that there's a line over here? If I take it from the line where the guy is standing. So there's a wall over here continuing over there. That's another wall from the Fatimi time, almost 1200 years ago. And underneath it, we found walls from the Second Temple. So even the walls that were built by Suleiman the Magnificent.
Which part does Jordanian control and which part does Israel control?
You have too many good questions. I don't want you to stand too much, but my father is a tour guide.
Okay.
I'm also a tour guide. And I found this map in our house. Now this is a map from 1949.
Okay.
Wow.
It's not the original one, it is a replica because the original one is too delicate.
Oh, yep.
But without going into all the details, you can see the old city,
Yes.
Dome of the Rock. We're standing here. And you can see these two red lines.
Yes.
This is the border that
Yeah.
was cut 1949, July 1949, when the Independence War was ended, where the Jordanians are in East Jerusalem,
Okay.
including Mount of Olives, including the Temple Mountain and the Old City.
Where we are here.
Israel was here, we're
Okay.
standing exactly over here.
Gotcha.
So this is the no man's land.
Gotcha.
Jordanian soldiers on the walls,
Okay.
Israelis living in this nice neighborhood. Between that, no one was supposed to stand.
Okay.
And this was a fact until 1967. 1967, the IDF recaptures the old city and annexes East Jerusalem.
Okay.
So as we enter Jaffa Gate, you're already in East Jerusalem.
Okay.
Okay, and this was all held by the Jordanians. Today,
So this is part of East Jerusalem.
exactly, all of this.
I got it.
Today, the Temple Mount is ruled by Israel. You'll see Israeli police when you go up,
Okay.
but the people in charge of the Temple Mount are Jordanian Waqf. So you as an American Muslim tourist will be allowed to go in. Me as an Israeli-born a Jew won't be allowed to go
I
in.
told you.
And that's what's so complicated and interesting over here. It's ruled by Israel, but the Waqf is in charge of it. So you can go in. I can't follow you, so you'll pray there alone.
Right.
So we are now on, now, right? No,
I told
You are
you.
now between West and East Jerusalem. You're exactly no man's land.
No man's land.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay?
So nothing, if we commit any crime there, nobody arrest us.
Not over. So I asked them the same question. Where can we cut the line? If the Dome of the Rock is holy for Jews, Muslims and Christians, how can you cut the dome into half? I
Yes.
think peace won't come by doing this,
No.
but by doing this
Together.
together. How? It's complicated. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But just understanding that it's already taking you to the eastern way of finding the places to meet each other and not to separate. That's the way